everyone, and welcome back to Bottle Street Blues, our Dishonored game here on Restless Barbarian Gaming. I'm your GM Aloysius, and it's been a hot minute. It's been a good long while, and it's good to be back, everybody.
It is, yeah.
Yes, I'm here with most of my lovely players. Unfortunately, one of us is not feeling very well tonight, so hopefully he'll be back with us next week. But until then, I'll have everybody introduce/reintroduce themselves in a clockwise manner, starting with Q.
Hey everybody, I'm Q. I'm playing Jimmy Stratton, Jimmy Stratton, young fellow, around 19. He's a courier, has a little pedicab that he trundles about through the distillery district. That's right?
That is
Distillery?
correct.
Yeah, and the areas surrounding that. Recently joining the Bottle Street gang because that's what you do when you're young and poor and orphaned.
Yeah. Sound logic if ever I heard it.
Yeah.
Hello, everyone. I am Diver, and I'm playing the ever silent Caleb Silver for Dishonored. You may remember Caleb as being endowed with a pungent aroma that follows him around. Or did until the end of last season when he received a luxurious bath, probably the first in many years. And we'll see now. I don't know how much time has passed, but we'll see if he has remained clean or not, depending on the passage of time. And with that, I will turn it over to our next associate here.
Hello, I'm T, and I am playing Yelizaveta Arkhov, a quite lovely freelance doctor scientist who seems up to no good, but who's to say what she really wants right now? We're gonna have to find that out this season. And we'll pass it on to our next friend.
Hello, I'm Fun Size. I'm playing Kat, the courier who apparently has some smooth moves when it comes to talking and has helped out the group in one way and pissed off, Caleb's whatever she is so badly that she's like, "You're banned," and Kat goes, "I'm going to steal the innocent baby and we'll see if she gets him back." Yelizaveta may end up with the same thing, so her son has more than just, the lonely rat.
Yeah, the lonely rat boy. His favorite story that he reads to himself.
I'm sure we can find him a few other books somewhere.
She'll just bring him back to the streets, and he has friends.
He has
he can make,
textbooks.
but he can make friends,
Yes,
and
textbooks.
with Caleb, he can learn how to shoot. Socialization.
And not take a bath. And not...
Well, I'm going to do my best to recap what happened last time, but it's been a minute, so everyone feel free to fill in any gaps that I miss. But when last we left off... Oh, goodbye. When last we left off, our little group from the Bottle Street gang went to the Admiral of the Green club in order to do some negotiating with the leaders of the Nameless, or the gang who operate out of there. And they were ready for things to go real bad. Caleb was ready for combat to ensue at any moment. He was mentally, emotionally, physically prepared for such an event. Unfortunately for him, Kat was just way too good when it came to negotiating with these two supposed probable witches, and were able to get the idol from them without too much issue at all, actually.
Only took a devil's deal.
Yeah, it only took a devil's deal, but who knows if/when that'll come
She didn't
back
get in
around.
trouble, you know, it's all good.
It's fine. If anything, Kat got awarded extra because she got extra pay for doing such a good job at negotiations. And they got paid from Jacob, their the sort of second in command for the Bottle Street Gang when Slackjaw is otherwise indisposed. And they returned the idol to Talia Timsh, their employer in this particular instance, and got, compensated hazard pay. And instead of the standard hazard pay, Yelizaveta got rewarded with a piece of black stone similar to what the statue or idol was made out of that they came to retrieve in the first place. And once it was just Talia and Yelizaveta, something unexpected happened where the stone and the box it was held within exploded, causing both of them to go flying backwards. And when the stun and shock of it all wore off, Yelizaveta came to realize that she has another arm. Gotta stop a cat real quick. Not the one in this game, but has a second arm that she previously did not have. This one made of black stone and wood. Anybody else want to?
The DM let me have arms. That's awesome.
Crazy.
Pathetic.
Anything I left out? Anything anyone wants to throw in? All right.
I don't think so.
Then we will pick up pretty much as soon as right where we left off with Yelizaveta, you coming to in Talia's office.
How violently was I thrown back?
You were thrown like a few feet back.
Okay. Did anything get destroyed in what occurred? Or was it just like, I don't know, like I don't know.
Yeah.
Like a shock wave that didn't necessarily destroy anything else, but just kind of sent us flying.
You sort of like look around, and unless it was like something that either of you came in contact with on your ways backwards, it doesn't look like anything else was destroyed or damaged in this explosion.
Okay. I would just kind of sit up and look around, probably pretty disoriented.
And Talia is doing much the same from you don't see her necessarily, but you hear her on the other side of the desk, sort of like groaning and starting to get up.
Oh, okay, so that was very strange. And I think I'm like gesturing with my left arm because I'm just so used to not using my right side anymore. So I don't think that it clicks for a second that there's like weight until I start trying to get up and I'm like trying to carefully balance and maybe start to tip and realize that I can like stop myself from tipping over.
Yeah, and sort of like as Talia's getting up, she just says, "Outsider's blood. When the void just happened, And she sort of like looks over at you and sees that you now have 2 arms, where previously you just had 1.
Yeah, I'm looking at this. I'm like, oh, oh, that's very, very interesting.
And Talia sort of like walks around the desk and says, "That's interesting." And sort of like as she's getting closer, you hear the door on the other side of the office sort of just like swing open, and you hear Gregory Black, Talia's personal bodyguard, barge in and says, "Lady Timsh, are you all right?" And Talia, almost like without skipping a beat, sort of like just sort of swings her head over in the direction and says, "Yes, Gregory, we're fine. Please give us a minute." And he just says, "Are you sure?" I'm fine. I promise. Please give us a few. And
I have a feeling he'd run into Kat as he's trying to exit the room.
Yeah.
It was very audible to those of us in the hallway.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you definitely, I would say the rest of you leaving definitely would have heard something happen from the inside of the office.
Oh shit, what did Yelly do?
He's definitely running into Kat on his way out.
Yeah, and sort of like as Gregory goes to leave, he just you just like walk right into his chest, and he sort of just like looks at you and doesn't like shove you, but sort of just like gently like moves you out of the way and closes the door behind him.
Kat is trying to see in because she wants to know what the hell happened.
Caleb is too, but as soon as he turns around to like approach the door, Cersei grabs him and goes, "Let's go. We got paid. The job's done. This isn't your concern anymore." It's like, oh. It's like, no, come on, let's go. Unless they want to pay us overtime and want us to go here. Like,
don't worry, we'll fill you in later, Caleb.
Caleb is gonna hit a rebellious streak.
Yeah. I'm saying right now, Caleb's like a whipped dog.
And he's gonna kind of trudge off.
I really need a new manager.
The toddler years are gonna hit her hard.
And Gregory will sort of like stand immediately outside the door, sort of like stopping anybody else from entering the room for the time being, and say, "They requested a few minutes more."
They got 3.
in her own home.
No.
You tell that woman who owns this house she has 3 minutes.
You tell her. You tell Lady Talia Timsh she has 3 minutes, and I'm barging
3
in.
minutes
No, 3
or I'm
seconds.
contacting-
Oh, 3 seconds.
Oh my gosh, I'm contacting HR right now.
Kat did not put her ass on the line to lose anybody.
So like I didn't have that in negotiations go off without a hitch just for someone to die in a random explosion
Right.
in our contractor's house.
Is anybody bleeding? Is everybody okay in there?
From what I could tell, everyone seemed fine.
Okay, good. Well, I don't know about you guys. I was about to head out, but I think I got to stick around now and find out what that explosion was.
And
Kat is just standing there in front of him, just
yeah, and
staring at him in the door.
Yeah, and he's like meeting your gaze, and you can see that he keeps like almost like subconsciously just like looking to the door.
You want to know what it was too, don't you?
That is not the point.
He doesn't get paid enough to think.
Right. Hey, you know what? As long as they're okay, let them talk.
Dang.
Yeah, damn. A cat with just a.
She got sassy on the last episode.
Fair enough. They get no more than 2 minutes. And and we come back to inside the room. And you see Talia
Talia,
almost.
Do you have any idea?
And you see her like almost just like instinctually go and like reach for your arm to like go and touch it. And
Consent first, please.
my apologies. This is most unexpected. I haven't seen anything like this before.
Am I able to I'm going to like kind of be holding the hand out and just slowly trying to alternate bending each finger and seeing how with how much ease I can do that. If I have to think about it or if it just kind of happens as I instinctually want it to. How is this moving?
Yeah, and you go to like move all the digits and move the arm itself, and it moves as naturally as your like biological arm would. Like it takes just as much effort to use this new arm as it would to use your regular.
Okay. So I take the mask off. As we know, Yelizaveta's right-hand side is pretty badly burned in a lot of places, and there are burns on the left side of her face as well, but she wears a half mask on the non-burned side. She's gonna pop that off and reach into her pack and pull out a set of I don't remember what the name is, but they're the like eyeglasses that have the magnifying lenses in front of it.
Yeah.
Smaller. So she kind of takes it out and puts some of the magnifying glasses in front of the initial lens to get a closer look at this arm. And I think just actively tries digging, takes out a scalpel, and just tentatively, not too hard, but tries pressing into the material to see if any pain is felt, or if it just is kind of nothing. Is there like any sense of doing that?
Gotcha. You and sort of like go and sort of like gently poke at it with the scalpel, and you don't really feel any sensation. But you also don't like really feel the scalpel sort of like digging into the surface of the arm or anything like that.
Oh, so is there kind of like some resistance to it puncturing the material?
Yeah, like you feel it like making contact with the arm, but you don't feel it like digging in or puncturing into it or anything like that. Like there's definitely like some pushback almost.
Okay, so all right. I think that's probably. I don't want to do anything crazy in front of.
I stab myself in the hand.
Literally, like Yelizaveta seems like she's thinking about just essentially going to town on testing things right now. And then glances up at Talia and says, perhaps I should wait to do some of the things that I want to test this out. I think that this is a very suitable payment.
And on the other side of the door, Gregory looks at the rest of you and says, "It's been 2 minutes." And then he turns and opens the door.
I'm glad we're on the same page. Out of character.
I think that Yelizaveta is literally in the middle of like saying, if you would like to make plans perhaps to look into this with me, if it's of interest to you, perhaps we can do and door open.
Yes, the door opens, and then Gregory and all of the others walk into the room, minus Caleb and Cersei.
Good to know that your retainers listen to you.
I should have been clearer. That's on me. And Gregory sort of like walks over and says, "My apologies, but with the noise, I was rather concerned." And Talia sort of like looks at him and then just gestures to you, her, and then the surrounding area and says, "As you can see, we are no worse for wear."
Yelizaveta blew up at you, didn't she? I always knew she was going to snap.
Cat's gonna walk
I'm
over
actually
to...
quite a mild-mannered person.
Those are the ones you got to watch out for.
Cat's gonna walk straight to Yelizaveta, ignore everybody else, and just kind of like look at her to make sure she's okay.
Right.
And kind of like reach out to go to like touch her face and make sure, you know,
Oh,
she's still there.
To
okay.
make sure she's still
All
there.
right. So yes, you are touching me.
Yes, I
which
am.
Is fine. This is fine, but why?
Because I didn't risk my life to have you die. And she'll put her hands back and shake her head.
Luckily, my heart's still beating, brain still functioning. I'm good and alive. Hearty inhale. I can't even say that in that accent. Hearty inhale. And with suitable payment. And Yelizaveta will just kind of hold the arm up for a second and put it down.
What?
Cat's hands twitch like they want to touch, but she's holding herself back.
Yelizaveta's literally like, ahaha, I had to be the first one to touch and do experiments on this new thing on me. Talia,
Where did that come from?
Light. From our contractor, this is my payment for the job.
An unexpected payment, to be sure, but I'm intrigued
Take
by
that.
the results.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
let
take
me
the win.
know if you consider what I've said. If you want to join me, let me know.
I think I may have to take you up on that.
All right. Then Yelizaveta will just kind of write down her address, essentially, for like if a communication wants to be sent requesting her from that place.
Mm-hmm.
And she will hand it to Thalia.
And she very happily takes it.
Well, I think that is enough excitement for one evening. Shall we go?
I think so as well.
Thank you for your hospitality. We'll be off now. Please do let us know if there's anything else we can help you with.
I may just have to do that. It's been a pleasure working with all of you.
You as well.
Gregory?
And Gregory nods at you.
Head out.
No.
And
Make your way
slide
out.
Yelizaveta. Is it too rude of me to ask if I can take a look at that thing? You know, when you're done figuring out how it works.
I think that could be arranged. Give me a little bit of time with it, and I don't see why not.
Excellent. Right, I'll hop on my bike and ride.
I don't know if you can hear my cat. Sorry.
Yeah, no, it's okay. I was like, is my cat screaming in the background somewhere?
My cat's like, listen to me right now.
Cats, am I right? Alright, so all of you make your way. But all of you make your way out of the Timsh estate.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I suppose we should be heading off in our different directions.
Yeah, I mean, assuming the gang doesn't need us for anything, I got money to make. Anybody need a ride?
I think I'm going to take the scenic route. But thank you.
All right, be careful walking around out there by yourself.
I will be. And Yelizaveta will give a nod to Jimmy and to Kat. Because I believe Caleb and Cersei are long gone.
Oh yeah, they are off. Cersei's a woman on a mission, and her mission does not involve any of the bullshit that doesn't mean she's getting paid.
Yeah.
Time is money.
Like, I'm not on the clock. I don't have to worry about it.
And she already doesn't like the company's influence on her
The company's
product.
influence.
Exactly. So she's like, the further away.
Who washed your protective layer off?
You had flavor.
She's like, no, you're hanging out with the wrong crowd.
All right, so Yelizaveta, you go and take the scenic route. Kat, do you go with Jimmy, or do you head off on your own direction?
She came in her own carriage, and
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, she's very conflicted on where she wants to go.
All right.
But she's going to get out of this like little neighborhood area to figure that one out.
Understandable. Well, I
Someplace
suppose.
where we don't sneak out.
Yeah, everyone's like off. But with everyone going their separate directions, I suppose we'll start with the people who left first. Caleb, where is Cersei dragging you along to?
I imagine that Cersei is simply going to go to a dive bar to make use of her winnings and have a conversation with Caleb, a very one-sided conversation. Because Caleb, of course, can't talk. And so,
and even if he could, she probably wouldn't care.
Right. She probably wouldn't give him any kind of word in edgewise.
Yeah, he'd still be just grunting.
Right, exactly. And so, that's really what's going to happen for at least the immediate time afterwards. She's going to get herself some like basic beer or whatever, like nothing really special, because she don't want to spend too much of her winnings. And then she's going to, I don't know, like reach out to her, to the other jobs that she's an agent, basically. She's his manager agent. So she's always on the lookout for the next paycheck and the next, the next bounty to come in that she can send him after. So yeah, she's all business, she, except for dressing him down and being like, what the fuck? What are you doing? Look at you. You're fucking clean. You, clearly, you've gotten a little close to that group. Don't you know who we are? We're supposed to just be professionals and on the job. You're not supposed to be fraternizing with the people you work with. So yeah, she's and admittedly, it's coming from a little bit of an emotional place. This is not just all like employer-employee stuff, and because for the longest time, she's like, I saved you, okay? I gave you a living here, and this is how you repay me, like that sort of thing, And so, so he's gonna listen to that for like 30 minutes, and then, and then and then she's going to go back to work and basically start looking for jobs. She goes, now, excuse me, while I go and find us another lead on the next paycheck that we'll need, because this will only get us so far. And you stay right here. Okay. Like they said, so and so he's just kind of sitting there, nursing his own beer, and just kind of looking sheepish and chastised, and just kind of beaten dog look, and yeah.
And I'd say at like a certain point, like while she's off mingling, if someone in sort of like almost in almost like sort of like makeshift sailor's attire, with sort of like greasy hair that's like shaved on one side, just like walks up to you, and she, without asking permission, she sort of just like takes a chair and sits next to you, and it just says, well, she seems like a real peach.
His eyes are going to go wide. Like, do I know you? I don't have any opinion on this subject. You kind of like look around.
Yeah, I would say, make me a probably not Caleb's enough. Yeah, probably not Caleb's area of expertise.
Right.
But make me a study cleverly roll.
Okay. All right. So this is a D8 or
this is a D20.
D20. Okay.
D20. Okay. You roll 2 D20s and add your skill and style totals together. And if you meet that number or are lower than it, then that's considered a success.
Okay. Thank you. Let's pull out the other D20 that I have here. Sorry. Okay. So it needs to be higher?
It needs to be that number or lower.
Oh. Yeah, no, he has no idea. In fact, he probably has no idea because he's so busy. Like he's really trying to not like get in trouble again, and he's kind of like looking around like, I don't know who you are. like that kind of expression.
Okay. So I'm
not talking to you. I have an employer.
Okay, so I'm taking it that's 0 successes then?
Yeah.
Okay. You look at this woman and you're like, I have no idea who the fuck you are. Right. I don't know if I'm supposed to know who you are, where you're from.
And he would get up, except for the fact that Cersei told him to specifically to stay right there. So he's kind of a captive audience right now.
Yeah. And and she sort of just like takes a like a knife out, and she just starts like carving into the table. And
not his table, it's not his problem. He is going to look at the carving, though. He can't help it. Like, he's looking away, but he's looking back, and he's looking away, like looking back.
So as she's sort of like casually just being like, I have never seen you in here before, and then probably not paying attention to the words she's saying at all. Right. But sort of like you look at the carving, and by the time she finishes carving, it looks like sort of like 3 eels that have been skewered with like a sword or a knife.
That's his reaction. Yeah, eel. 3 of them. We're not the eels, right? We don't have a name, do we?
Well, you're technically part of the Bottle Street gang.
The Bottle Street gang, right. But they're eels now. Oh, God, my memory's terrible. We were dealing with an eel or eels of some point. And this is not just because I play Dragon Age. I think we weren't we? Like, weren't there eels that we were dealing with, like a rival gang or something like that?
I would say sort of I would say now that you're looking at the symbol, just because you work in Underworld.
Oh yeah, he's all the way in there. Yeah.
So far in.
Far, yeah.
I would say just because Cersei would keep you on the up and up, you would know that that is the symbol of the Dead Eels gang.
Okay. At the risk of making another roll that he'll fail miserably, what would he know given his dealings in Dunwall's underbelly in terms of the criminal element of the Dead Eels?
You would know that they primarily operate out of the docks and the riverfront. They take ships up and down the Wrenhaven River, sort of pirating essentially. And
so we did fuck them up though, didn't we? Like, we killed a bunch of people last time on the river, didn't we?
No.
No.
I
lived in a different timeline or something. I don't know. Like, we
it was all a dream.
Just like this, does this happened correctly?
Yeah.
No, did not happen.
Did not happen at all. No, Diver. You're not remembering this at all.
But yeah, they're primarily like pirates and smugglers and things like that.
Caleb is just going to go, like, I don't know what that means. Are you trying, he's going to take out his own knife, his way of communicating.
Yeah. And and sort of like as he's just like grumbling, she's just like, what, cat got your tongue or something?
And he's going to take his knife, just like she did, and he's going to carve into the table, because now they're both playing this game, a big old question mark.
And she sort of like looks at it and just says, what? Like, what are you confused about? Use your words. Like, what? Do you not know how to talk? No?
He points to like the silver tongue in his mouth.
And she's just like, oh, shit. Okay. Someone must have, you must have really pissed somebody off. And,
point down at the table again.
Oh, you're wondering who I am? Is that what you're asking? Oh, I'm Roxy. Nice to meet you.
And then he's going to start carving his name into the table.
And she looks and is like, okay. Well, nice to meet you, Caleb. Oh shit, looks like that bitch you're with is coming back. I better skedaddle. Anyway, nice to meet you. And thanks for listening. And she just like gets up and leaves.
He's going to start to wave, and then he sees Cersei and puts his hand right back down. Like, it's like, head down. I wasn't doing anything. Yeah. Who the fuck was that? He's gonna point to the dead eels like thing that she carved into the table. Why the fuck are you carving your name into the table? He's like, like
Immediately starts scratching it out.
and he's gonna like point to the what she carved in the table again, and she's like, okay, and Cersei's gonna recognize it as like the insignia or symbol of the dead eels.
Oh, she absolutely would.
Yeah. And she says, well, did she have an offer for you or anything? Well, you didn't ask. And he's going to gesture to her like, yes, I know I make the deals for us, but you could at least try to help yourself from time to time. And, it's like, geez, I always have to do everything for you. And she says, fine. Did she say who she was? And he's going to take his knife and start carving the R into the table. And then she's like, you don't have to carve it into the table. You can just write it down on a piece of paper. And she just like shoves it in front of him. There. And it's gonna like write Roxy's name on there. Okay. I'll go follow up on this. All right. And you stay right here and don't move. That's the scene.
All right, sounds good. I say, well, while Caleb is just
sitting there
being verbally berated,
admonished, yeah.
We will transition out of this dive bar and head on over to see what Jimmy's up to.
Jimmy's going to make a few rounds, see if he can pick up a few fares, and head his way back towards the Mayfly orphanage. I forget how much we made on this job, but he's going to pass half of it on to Aunt May for the petty cash. Shoot the shit for a while, look in on the kids, tuck in a few, read some stories, that sort of thing. And then head back to his tiny little garage where he works and sleeps.
Sounds good. All right. In that case, Kat, you decide where you end up going off to.
No, she's just conflicted and she doesn't know which of her normal haunts or whether she's going somewhere new will work.
Is this driving?
She's just kind of like getting into a location where she can kind of set off to the side and decide.
All right. Fair enough. We will sort of let her contemplate for a little bit, and we will check in on what fucked up shit Yelizaveta's about to get up to.
That's crazy. Why do you think I'm going to do something fucked up?
Because you're you.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay. So yeah, I think I'm just kind of walking. I'm just literally walking back towards the place, like the manor and whatnot, where I and my son are both staying, and using that time to think about what I'm going to do with this arm when I get there. It is essentially going to be I'm not going to sleep until I probably I just pass out.
Mm-hmm.
If that's what happens.
All right. And remind me what your sponsor's name is.
I was also wondering that same thing when I looked on my sheet and it just says some random noble dude. So how about we just call him Gustav? I don't know.
Gustav.
Call him Gustav. Rest in peace.
Gustav. Lord.
And
Lord
then
Gustav.
I'll think of a last name at some point.
Gustav do Moneybags.
Yeah, Gustav to Moneybags. Yeah.
That's crazy.
All right. So you make it to the manor.
Well, I let myself in as per usual. I remember that I gave dear Gustav before I left just a really strong concoction. So
Yep.
I'm essentially expecting him to be pretty fucking passed out until
Oh,
tomorrow.
he is super passed out when you come back.
Perfect. As I get in, my head is racing with just what I'm going to do and how I can potentially test this thing and what this means. But I will stop and then I will head to my child's room, not to say goodnight necessarily, just to make sure that he's sleeping. Because
And
it's late.
Yeah, and you sort of walk over to Dima, if I remembering correctly.
Dima.
Okay, and you walk over to Dima's room, and you sort of peek in, and you see that the sort of oil lamp is still on, and his favorite book is next to him in bed, but it looks like he's passed out reading it.
Okay. I kind of stare for a second. And then I think back to my brief conversation with my brother. About how detached I am and have been. And I shrug. I'll walk into the room. And I can't stress this enough. Without really any registering of emotion other than okay. Grab the book, close it. Stick a bookmark in it or something and put it on the table side, and I'll just blow out the oil lamp. I don't know how an oil lamp works, but I turn it off.
I was that you turn the dial to bring the wick down, and
I do that.
and
I was trying to picture it in my head, and I was like, I actually don't know what that is. I don't think. So. Yeah,
so you turn off the oil lamp and head on out and close the door behind you.
Yeah, do I'm sure he's under the covers. If he's not, just kind of toss it up on him a little bit. Go home. Parenting, A+. Close the door quietly behind me. And then I head to the lab.
Okay.
And by lab, I mean I go into my room.
Yes. And then lightning strikes and she starts laughing maniacally.
To the laboratory! It pushes a button and then a floor opens up. She just goes down.
Yeah.
Not quite, but she goes to her room and then it's just it is like her bedroom. And she had specifically asked to have it attached to a larger room so that she could have a workspace. And so she kind of goes into the room, sets her pack down, and then grabs some stuff out of the bag. Not a lot though, because I think that like what's in the bag is what travels with her. There's more shit in the other room.
Mhm.
So I'm just gonna walk right in there, and it is there. It's like literally just beakers with just all manner of different substances, not necessarily all liquids. There are also some. There's like I'm imagining like a kind of like what should be a bookshelf, but it is filled with different jars of fluid with things inside of it.
Yep.
Like, yeah, petrified like animals, just shit. Then just like she has like a couple of like metal rolling trays that are very carefully and meticulously set up with the tools arranged a certain way. All right. And just goes over. I think there's like probably like just a large flat table in the center of this space, and she's going to move one of the rolling trays or rolling carts over to the table and start like moving some tools over. And I think it is I mean, I know she has a bone saw, but she takes like another scalpel, some syringes.
Okay.
And then she's going to start pulling some different vials of substances from like the other setup along the wall. And say, all right, let's just start seeing what gets a reaction or not. The first thing she wants to do is try and cut into this material. Like fully cut. She didn't want to necessarily do it in front of Talia at first, just like stab. But now by herself, yes.
Okay.
She's gonna test like how much force does it take to essentially try and puncture this material.
Okay. And you notice that like the stone of the like hand and arm isn't like 100% smooth or anything like that. It does seemingly already have like cracks in it. But it's sort of like when you go to like make an incision with the scalpel, you feel like you have to put like a ton of like effort into it, and even then, like as you're sort of like trying to cut and sort of like drag it along the arm, you're not seeing it make any new incisions. You just sort of like feel like you're dulling the blade.
Good to know. Okay. I put the scalpel back down. And then I think better of it because you said I'm like adult. I'm the blade. So I kind of set it aside to sharpen later. And I'm going to see if I am able to use like a thicker syringe to puncture that way.
Okay.
And I think it's probably a non-harmful solution, like maybe like a saline type solution.
Just to like see if you can like get anything in there.
Yeah. Without using like a random corrosive agent she has laying
Yeah,
around.
just be like, fuck it, just see what happens.
Yeah.
And you like go to like stab into your arm with the syringe, and you just sort of like as you go to stab it, the syringe just snaps.
I was kind of expecting that, but I'm still a little surprised. It's odd that this moves so freely and yet is so solid. All right. I think I'm starting to get curious in a different way. I'm like, okay, testing the durability of this, like how easily can I cause damage to this? Good to know. But like this other. And I want to know if this is simply acting as as a natural appendage, or if I can do anything with this.
Okay.
May I interject? Does she have the kind of pulp Victorian recorder that would be present inside of a Dishonored setting? I don't
Oh.
care
Where she's
if it's
recording
hand-cranked,
her-
you know, right? Yes,
Yeah,
where she's
recording her
transcribing her notes. Like,
I
and
can
she's like-
actually very much picture this. I know
Yes!
exactly what you're talking about. Yes.
Yes,
think
yes,
so.
okay.
Talking to herself.
Exactly, like
Recording
making these
findings.
medical notes and everything. Like, yeah, and she has like a cassette tape rolling or whatever, something like that.
We can say she has like an audiograph going.
Yes,
for
exactly.
sure.
That would be great. Okay.
I feel
Why
like
you're
that's
gonna break in and listen
appropriate.
to them, huh?
I feel
I
like
just
that
think
seems
it's
appropriate
just like
for her.
so her thing. Like it would
Yeah.
be like she would totally transcribe and have like an entire shelf of these like canisters or cassettes of her recordings, all immaculately labeled or whatever.
Yeah, I would say
You're
it's
so
kind of more
right.
like punch card looking stuff.
Right,
that
exactly.
that the machine just like reads.
Yeah. Okay, I'll back out now.
Oh, you're
That
good.
was
You're
perfect,
good.
though. Yeah. This is essentially, for the most part, functioning like a natural appendage, even though
Mhm.
it's not really an organic material.
Correct.
But does it feel any kind of way? Or am I just like,
Does it feel
There's
any
just a-
kind of way?
like it other than just like there is a weight where there was not a weight before, or is there like, I don't know, like does the arm itself feel weird now that it is like somehow attached to my flesh?
I mean, it does like feel, like it does feel like a part of you. Like I guess
So
if
is
you
it
want to describe.
stuck?
Like, do you want to like look at the skin
Where
that's
it's
like?
where it's attached.
Okay. Yeah, if you sort of like look to where it's attached, the you notice that that like bits of the stone have sort of like crept up sort of like onto your like existing flesh, as if it's been like adhered or sort of like melded and grafted onto your body.
When I touch things with this hand, do I like get that sensation of feeling, or just
Yeah, yeah. You
wait?
have like a sense. You have like a sense of touch with the hand.
Weird. Okay. Extremely strange. I'm gonna be so honest. I think in just not knowing how to test what else that this could be potentially capable of, I hold out a hand and I just try.
Mhm.
I try and levitate something with my mind.
You try and levitate something with your mind.
Because I don't know. Yeah, it's
Oh,
just like
fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough.
works in a book.
Yeah. Okay, so I guess it's sort of like, where are you in this room, and sort of like where are you sort of like trying to focus exactly?
I'm still standing at the table in front of my tools, and I
Mhm.
think that I just like look over in the corner where there's like a stack of other textbooks, and I just like I I kind of chuckle, and then I reach my hand out as if I'm like, thinking maybe I can lift it with my mind or something like that.
Okay, so it's sort of like the opposite corner of the room sort of situation.
Yeah,
Okay.
like to the corner right of the room.
Okay. You sort of like look over, and you sort of like focus on the books, and you're not even necessarily expecting to like try and levitate them or anything, just trying to do something. And you notice that in the blink of an eye, you are now in front of the books.
Ooh.
Oh. Oh, this is more than I could have ever hoped for. And I think that the smile that is on Yelizaveta's face is so wide, but like thank goodness no one's here to see it, because it does feel incredibly unsettling with how bright her eyes seem to get with glee. And yeah, so I think she's going to essentially spend the rest of the evening just trying that out until she can't, essentially.
Okay. Sounds good. Then we will get out of Dr. Frankenstein's laboratory, and we'll cut back over to Kat contemplating life and the direction she should or should not go in her vehicle. You're muted.
Yeah. So she doesn't want to think, so she's gonna hit up one of her 2 booty calls.
Okay, and which ones are those?
She has a guy she sees. That's where she got the cologne that she shared with Caleb. Edward.
Okay.
And a woman whose perfume was on the handkerchief she gave the maid. Lena.
Okay.
And she's gonna go to Edward.
All right, sounds good. I need to make notes of this real quick. Cats, booty calls. Important information right here, folks. We need to know that. And
They don't ask questions. They don't ask for commitment. That's all she really wants.
Fair enough. What kind of guy is Edward?
So he moves and lives in a slightly higher income bracket. But she can make herself seem like she semi-fits into his world, so he doesn't push too hard.
Okay.
And since she doesn't ask for anything and doesn't expect anything, it works. He ignores when she takes a bottle of cologne every now and again.
Love that for her.
She does not stay the night.
Just needs to get some stuff out of her system.
Yeah.
And maybe take
He
a
knows
bottle
the
of
drill.
cologne while she's at it.
Oh no, she has hers for a while.
Oh, okay. Like, I'm not due for a couple months. You're good.
But yeah, no. It's just a distraction before she goes to her little apartment and lays there looking at the sky and holding the bag of the whale bones. She just wants to think.
Sounds good. Unless there is, I was gonna say the music is very fitting right now, but unless there's anything else anyone wants to do this particular night, we will move on to the following morning. And Kat, would you have like fallen asleep clutching these whale bones?
Yes.
And I'd say you would have woken up, and there would have been you find almost like a flyer sort of like slid under your door.
She'll, put the bones in a little hidden spot and go and retrieve the flyer. Look at it because it's not usually what happens, and she knows she's paid up on her rent.
Yeah. It's definitely not like a rent notice or anything like that. You just it's a flyer for a less than legal fight that is slated for tonight. And you attached to the flyer just says it just says, "I'm fighting tonight in case you were bored, Jacob."
Did she meet a Jacob?
He's the second in command for the Battle Street Gang.
She'll kind of fold that away and decide on whether she's going or not. But she probably has to get up, dressed. She's taking her whale bones with her, and then, has some runs to make.
Mm-hmm. All right. Jimmy.
Yeah.
How's your morning go?
Oh, bright and early start. Get up, find some breakfast, and get on the road and start looking for fares, trying to catch the morning people and getting them to work.
Yeah. This early in the morning, workers got places they need to get going, so
there's always somebody running late who's willing to throw money at it.
Exactly. Couple coins here, a couple coins there, as you get people off to their more often than not factory work.
Yeah. In the back of my head, I'm thinking about that damned arm. Fascinated. Can't wait to get a look at it. And just easy morning, hoping that I don't get pulled in by the gang for some other stupid cat and mouse chase that takes me away from work.
You're like, that was crazy and annoying before. I don't need to do that again.
I need a day or two to do normal stuff.
Yeah, I need to decompress first.
Right, I got to unwind. Yeah, the anger was definitely, building up, the frustration, the rage.
Yeah.
So, had to deal
You're
with
like,
enough.
I gotta go to this place, and then I gotta go to that place.
Was fully expecting to have to punch somebody out at the green. So, good on Kat for saving us for that. From that.
All right, Caleb.
Well, Caleb wakes up wherever it is he crashed, wherever Cersei left him.
Still sitting at the table.
Wherever she left him.
Yeah. Wherever basically, like, she takes care of the room arrangements and everything. So
I don't let him sleep in the same establishment. as
yeah,
me.
yes, exactly. So and it's always the cheapest fucking room. Like he's happy that it's a room at all, honestly, because sometimes, she's like, find your own fucking place to sleep or whatever, and I'll find you in the morning. So he got a room because guess what? They just got paid, so she was willing to be generous and spring for a room. It is the cheapest room in the cheapest dive, the cheapest, no-tell motel in Dunwall.
Yeah. I would say, depending on where in the city you're at, plenty of those.
Right, exactly. So, the sheets are barely washed, and the room has not seen someone clean it for a while, and it's appropriately aromatic for whatever has taken place in this room before, even earlier today, and so. Yeah, that's kind of where he's going to wake up. Like it's always so that there's not any kind of delay or anything. She always tells him where to meet her in the morning, when. So he just kind of gets himself ready, and already the lovely perfumed smell of his bath and everything like that is starting to fade. Because naturally he hasn't taken a shower or anything, and he's still sleeping in the same clothes that he had on yesterday and all that stuff. So he's just kind of slowly reverting to his old self.
He's like, I gotta get the stink back.
Right, exactly. And there's a reason he was so pungent before. So basically is day one. It has been 1 day since my last bat, type of thing. Basically,
Scratch in the wall.
right,
Yeah.
exactly. So,
Time to start over.
right, exactly. So he is meeting her. It is another bar. It's always a bar. It's always suitably just the seediest bar. She doesn't appreciate high establishments or anything like that. Those are just expensive to Cersei, and so she's just like, meet me at the, the Drunken Pig or whatever, and so yeah, and that's what he's doing. Depending on what she found out about Roxy and the dead eels and everything, that's what she'll probably talk to him about.
Yeah. She would say that she would sort of relay that Roxy is a pretty small fish among the dead eels. Like, she doesn't have any significant rank or anything like that. She's
not a big payday.
Yeah, not a big payday. Just
she's going to kind of say that in an accusatory tone to Caleb. I do the job, right? I find the paydays, not you. All right, and this is why. Because you can't even find a good payday, and so basically she's like, don't try to do my job for me, okay? Even though I appreciate the effort, okay? Just let me handle it because I know what I'm doing. And I don't know what's gotten into you lately. All right, but I do the pay jobs. I do the jobs. I find the jobs, you do the jobs. And he's like, and his stomach growls. She's like, "Oh, fine," and she's going to signal a server or whoever to come over and toss down some jerky or whatever, to feed him. Like it's not even. It's like beer or ale and jerky. It's not. It's a breakfast of champions.
Yeah.
And so yeah.
Like, he doesn't even get water. We don't do that here.
Yeah, exactly. It's just ale and jerky, and so he starts calling on that, and not even. But it's something to keep it going, and I don't know. Is she going? Is Roxy swell enough that she's just going to? I mean, if she has nothing else going, she will pursue this further. But she's not going to be happy about it. Like she's not working for nothing here, and she's going to try to squeeze a little more out of it at least, because if this is really small potatoes, she's going to be looking for the next big deal, and not chasing some small fish. That's the situation.
Yeah. Sounds like a real great time. A great time always to be Caleb.
Exactly. That's his life, and he gets food and shelter and things like that, and he doesn't have to do any talking, and this is his life. His expectations are kind of on the floor. So yeah, so that's kind of what he does. He's like, okay, so yeah, you're not gonna question it.
Fair enough. All right, and then we'll circle on over to Yelizaveta, who probably passed out in her laboratory last night.
I think I'm just like literally sitting on the ground with my back up against one of the lower cabinets, just like that. Oh wait, I can't hear anything. Oh wait, nope, there it is. Okay, sound came back.
No, we love that.
Yeah.
All right, but so I just kind of start. Definitely have bags under my eyes because I probably fell asleep like 2 hours before sunrise, if that. And I'm just gonna start dusting myself off and get up.
Yeah, and you'll notice that sort of like when you get up, you see on one of the tables, not littered in various vials and tools, that there is a rather like simple meal that has been prepared for you, like fish and eggs and some bread, and you are under the assumption that Dima made and left food for you, because he just found you unconscious on the floor.
Oh my god, my boy, my beautiful boy. I'm so sorry. I will partake in this meal and just kind of think to myself, I should do something with Dima today and not necessarily go off and do more outside work. I haven't been around much this past week and a half. So it's like probably due to like check in and try and be a parent. So yeah, I will eat and then I will try and go and find Dima in his room if he is there. I am imagining that there is like a kind of like a backyard area. It's just like just very high, almost cold and uninviting, like black iron fence.
Damn. Okay. Yeah.
But like, there's a backyard, and I'm also kind of imagining that like I don't know why. I think that there's probably people like grounds people, but I just can't help but imagine that like the shrubbery and whatever, the landscaping in the back of the house is kind of getting a little gnarly
Mm-hmm.
and overgrown. So if he's not in his room, I'll go and check and see if he's maybe outside.
Yeah, you don't find him in his room, but you do sort of like find him in the backyard area. But instead of like playing or anything like that, you see that he's just reading a textbook on one of the benches out back.
And what are you reading this morning?
And he sort of like holds up the book to you, and it and it's yeah, it's titled like Notes from a Lepidopterist.
What? Oh, things are dire. Oh my god. Okay. And Yelizaveta goes, a good edition of that book. And she'll sit down next on the bench, looking forward and say, but perhaps somewhat dry reading for someone your age?
Well, it was between this and vivisection, so I decided to go with this.
Perhaps it's time to go and get you books, some new reading material. Is that something you'd be interested in?
And you see that he looks at you in a way that's both skeptical, but
Yeah,
but I'll say, but also with like a light you don't really see very often from him.
Does he think that the arm has anything to do with this noticeable
Has he
change?
noticed the arm yet?
I'll say
I'm realizing, I'm imagining her sitting on his like left side, so I guess the arm is right next to him.
Yes, if he has not commented on it.
Yep. You're not doing like a newly engaged woman and using that hand for everything.
Yeah, right. Oh, let me grab that for you. I think that's
So it's like, oh, let me help you up real quick.
right. Let me fix that hair for you real quick. If it's something that you'd enjoy doing, I have time today. We can go shopping for some things.
If you're not busy, I think I'd like that.
All right. Then allow me to just get ready. I think you're probably aware that I was up rather late.
Yeah, I found you passed out on the floor in your lab.
Not the first time, of course, but
No.
as you probably noticed, I finished some freelance work last night, and a client had a gift for me. So this is different. But I might have overdone it on testing it out last night, so a little tired. Let me get ready and freshen up, and then we can go.
And
I know he's waiting for he's like waiting for the butt or the shoe to drop almost.
and and you sort of like as you're talking about the new appendage, I mean he's like unfazed. He's like not reacting. He's giving you nothing.
Mm-hmm. Because he has to be used to it by this point. I don't think that I can't imagine that Yelizaveta has like the thought to censor the kind of stuff that she is passionate about and is looking into and researching from her kid.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think she's like, maybe I shouldn't talk about, oh yeah, so I found this and did this, and this is how you study this, and then we dissected this, and this is how we figured out this. Hey, it's a chance for you to learn. What's the chance for you to learn? Like, okay. Why don't you go and put your textbook away for now, and then I will meet you in the front by the door. Give me about maybe half of the hour.
Okay. And he closes the book and stands up and just walks into the house.
So he's trying not to like smile or like have a pep in his step at all.
Yeah, just like
Chill. She might change her mind. What if she changes her mind?
It's just like bury it down. Don't show any excitement. Yes,
All
conceal, don't feel, just like Elsa.
So all I'm gonna do then is I'm going to kind of go back in, get dressed in clothes that are not that are different. So it's not like, oh, you literally were up for the past 24 hours. Yes.
Just like you left house in the same clothes that you got back in. Interesting choice.
Mm-hmm. So she'll just kind of freshen up quickly. Kind of just like run a towel through her hair a little bit so that there's not too much second day buildup of like grease or like oil. And then like put it up in like a messy bun, put the headband on to kind of, manage that. And we'll go and check on Lord Gustav before heading out, just to see if he's even awake, and if so, if he's in any pain. Currently.
Yeah. You go check on Lord Gustav, and the stuff you gave him yesterday, potent, because he is still unconscious.
Okay, then in that case, I'm just going to make sure his pulse still feels strong.
You check his pulse, and it feels like the pulse of a sleeping person.
Okay. It's like she knows what to do, but also this is an older gentleman, right? Mm-hmm. It doesn't hurt to make sure that he didn't go, and then I had a stroke and I died in my sleep.
And he just died in his sleep.
Yelizaveta will kind of prop pillows up behind him. I don't imagine it's very hard for her to like lift him. She was already pretty strong in her left arm, and now it's a little bit easier, obviously, because she can leverage better. And so she'll kind of prop him up so that there's no chance of him like choking on his own saliva in his sleep at any point. And just better circulation. And then she will just make sure that some fresh water is set out beside his bedside, and then just leave a note with like, here is your like tonic, kind of just like a drought for like energy and whatnot, and just say like it'll help with some of the wooziness from your pain medication, and leave that. Going out to run some errands and pick up some supplies, taking my son with me. Will be back by this evening.
All right. Sounds good.
And she's gonna go, and she will head out with Dima towards a direction where there is like a shopping district, a place where they sell books and things that
Okay.
children might be interested in. I don't know.
Yeah. I'd say you'd be hard pressed to find a dedicated like children's bookstore or anything.
Right.
But you can find a
I think she's
bookstore
kind of just
easy
looking,
enough.
for a bookstore, and then also like if there's just like any like general store that sells like handmade knickknacks that kids might be interested in, like, oh shit, somebody carved a horse and put it on some wheels. That's pretty cool. I
It's
don't
like,
know.
oh shit, that's the coolest shit I've ever seen.
Right. I don't know what they might have, but just kind of keeping an eye out for a place like that as well, thinking like maybe it might be good for his development to have some things considered appropriate for his age.
Yeah. And you can find like a bookstore and sort of more like general store easily enough. Might have to go like a little out of where your sponsor is, but yeah, it's easy enough to find one of those. And as you're sort of like looking through the bookstore, he's sort of like looking at a bunch of the books and not like disappointed, and more just like no, and at one point he sort of wordlessly just grabs a book, looks at it, and has like not like a happy smile, almost like a mischievous smile, as if he's like contemplating something to himself. And then hands it over.
Oh.
And then he hands it over to you, and then just walks away, looking at other books.
And,
what?
Okay, I take a look at this book. I'm so curious.
Yeah, I would say you look at the cover, and the book is titled Duchess of Tivia, or not Duchess of Tivia, Daughter of Tivia, and you sort of like read the description, and it appears to be a smutty romance novel about a Tivian duchess who gets into an affair with a servant of hers.
Give this to me for me? What the?
Seemingly that was his motivation.
Like, you should maybe read some not boring shit too. That's crazy. Yelizaveta kind of just looks at it and it's like shrugs and it's just like, I mean, I'm supposing that you are giving this to me for me, because there's no way I should allow you to read something like
he is
this.
He is not responding.
Well, she'll hold on to it. She'll hold on to it.
Good shit. And he like picks out a couple more like kid-friendly books, and or just like walks over to you with them.
Okay. she'll just kind of take them and then drop the other one on top of those books without saying anything. Say, was that it?
Yeah, I think so.
Since this is a bookstore,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't know where else you would get this from because I can only think of them in bookstores.
Mhm.
Do they have like puzzles or anything here?
Sure, we can we can say that there are puzzles also.
Can I while he was like looking for other books, can I see if like I found any like little like puzzles that maybe he can do as a brain exercise?
Yeah, naturally. Yeah, sure. You
Puzzles
managed
are
to find.
fine. Don't give me that.
Yeah, sure. No, sure. You managed to find like a 1,000-piece puzzle of a map of the Empire of the Isles.
Okay, is there anything that's maybe a little bit more exciting than a mouse? Like a cool animal, maybe.
Okay. After a little more
Or maybe it's
looking,
like maybe it's like a
Yes.
diagram of an
Yes,
animal of some
after
kind.
after a little more looking, you managed to find a 500-piece puzzle of like an artist interpretation of a whale swimming through the void.
Okay. I'll do that. I'll grab that. And I will go then give me his books and then I'll just take all this up to the cashier, the person who owns the store, not the cashier. This is 2025.
You're right, it's not 2025. It's 2026. But yeah, like rung up, and altogether they say it's like 10 coins.
Okay. I mark that. All right. I'm just gonna assume I brought a bag to carry stuff.
I will say they have like paper bags or something for you.
Okay, then I won't worry about it. Yeah, then I'll grab just like the paper bag. Say, I think there's a couple more stops that we have today. Let's go. And she's gonna start walking, not like walk off fast, but just like letting Dima follow her because she didn't tell him the other places that they were gonna stop.
Okay, and he sort of just follows.
And then so I'm just gonna essentially walk, I think, probably a little bit further till we get to like the general store. And go in. I'm just gonna say I'm going to maybe take a look at some things. I heard that this place has some other stuff that maybe you might be interested in. So why don't you take a look around? Let me know if you see something.
Okay. And he...
Kid's gonna be like, "Are you fucking dying? What is happening? Are you going away? What's happening?"
To be fair, before, when you last saw him last night when he was conscious, you were very much giving the vibes of like, I might not come back. I'm not saying I'm not coming back, but I might not come back.
That's so true. What did you do? What's happening? Mom!
You've never been this attentive to me in my life. What's happening?
Oh yeah. That was just like I'm not actually looking for anything in here. I'm just trying to not make awkward by following him around, trying to see what he would be interested in. Let him pick some stuff out. And I'll wait patiently. Maybe.
And he sort of just walks around the general store and he like contemplates on like grabbing one or two things here or there, but refrains from picking up anything.
Do I see them?
Yeah, you notice that like, like a piece of candy here, and then like like a toy soldier, but he like doesn't grab anything.
Okay. Are you having a hard time deciding?
No, I'm good.
I want to be like, do I believe that? Is that just kind of like a I don't need anything else, or like
It's
actually I
kind of
don't need anything else?
it's kind of giving that vibe. It's like the like when you get a fresh paycheck or whatever, and you're like, ooh, I want this, but I really don't need to get it right now.
Okay, I think that Yelizaveta is gonna say, "Can you watch the bag for a moment while I do some things?"
Okay, and he sort of like takes the bag in his arms.
You don't have to hold. You can set it on the ground in front of you. That's okay too.
And he just keeps holding it.
Okay. Yelizaveta just kind of walks around, like does a once around. Do I see anything? I'm trying to put myself. I'm trying to put myself back in the shoes of what it was like when I was his age, like when I was younger, and like the kinds of things that interested me when I was like just like as a kid, probably even a little bit younger than him.
And as you do that, what do you find the answer to be? What were you interested in as a child?
I'm kind of actually imagining one of those like carved, one of those like carved like animals that have like the like flat side where it's like carved out ribbing so that you can use like a wooden mallet almost to rub against it to make like noise. Like, do you know what I'm talking about? Like run the thing against it. I don't know what they're called.
Yeah. Yes. I had to think about that for a second, but I'm like, oh, yes, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Maybe, yeah. I think something like that. Uh, Maybe looking for like either a whale or like a bear, maybe. Wolf. If I see a wolf, that's what I get.
Okay. Yeah, we'll say you find a wolf.
All right. And I kind of that nod, and I'll hold that in hand, and then I'll kind of go by the candy section and just pick up what I am pretty sure I saw him pick up, and just grab like the toy soldier. It's probably, honestly, it's probably like just one of those like nothing toys, essentially, like something that probably breaks pretty easily, just a thing for like small children to mess with until it's whatever, which grabs it anyway. It's just like, I just think that maybe because I have a tendency to be stubborn about certain things, he may have inherited that trait, and it would make sense. And I also remember my brother being the same way when we were younger, a tendency to be stubborn and bullheaded, so I should just grab it. Anyways, very clinical about it, just like, yeah, that would make sense. Maybe that's why. And so just grabs it. I'm gonna go and pay for it.
Okay, fair enough. Just grabs the couple things.
All right. And I'll just, whatever the payment amount for that is.
We'll say probably like 5 coin.
All right. 15 coin. Okay. And yeah, I think after that, it's just kind of like walking around just like in this area so that we're out of the house for a bit.
Mm-hmm.
And just like being like, lead me where you think looks interesting, essentially.
Mhm.
Let's just, I guess, be outside getting fresh air. Which is good for
Like
your
poor
development.
people.
I hear it's good for your development. Yeah, and that's what Cat's doing until it's time to return. Or not Cat. I'm
I
so
would say
sorry.
what
I'm
Cat's
looking
doing?
at you and speaking. That's what Yelizaveta does before.
I'm
it's
like
time to return.
crazy. That's what Cat's doing. News to me. But and so the day sort of like goes on, and people go about their business. And I would say Caleb, Cersei would also end up finding out about this fight that's going on tonight. If nothing else, potentially good publicity for Caleb to see how much of a hunk of muscle he is.
Absolutely, 100%.
and
And
for her
also
to-
wagers
and for her
to be
to be-
made.
There's wagers to be made, networking to be had.
Yes, absolutely. This is exactly where she would find herself. Like, especially, it's far more interesting to her than small-time Roxy, who has nothing to offer. So, again, Cersei just gives no
Fuck you,
fucks.
Roxy.
Exactly. Fuck you, Roxy. And like you go and you sit down and talk with my employee, and you don't even have a good payday to offer. What are you doing with your life? So that's exactly where she would be, is that fight. Like, it's much more appealing to her because she's something of a bit of a gambler, not too much. Like, but if there's easy money to be made, she's not going to turn it down. Also networking, and also possibility for, I mean, she's been known, okay, I have to say this, she's been known to throw Caleb into like an underground boxing match just to see how he'll do, like just to see like if she can make any money off of him. She's been known to do that. So like she'll shove him in and go beat the shit out of that guy, but don't do it too fast, right? Like, don't knock him out in the first round, right? like wait 4 rounds and let him hit you for a while and then knock him out. She'd totally be like that. That's exactly how she would be. So yeah,
Practice taking a punch.
yes, exactly. And she doesn't care how he takes it.
It's like he needs to take a little gut. He needs to take a couple gut shots.
Right, exactly. She's just like, if you get knocked down, that's fine, just as long as you get up again, and make it look good. I mean, if they get you in the nose, and it bleeds, that's all the better. So, yeah. So you're exactly right. This is where she's gonna be, and she's gonna be doing all those things.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
So, Kat, would you decide whether you were planning on going to this fight or not?
Yes, she decided she was. Gives her some more distractions before she starts plotting, planning, and possibly digging her nose into very dangerous topics that had never piqued her interest before.
Love that for her. And so, as you two are convening at the fight tonight, I think that is where we will stop for this evening. Reluctantly, but I think that is where we will stop tonight.
Woo. Dang.
Okay, so Kat's definitely stealing 2 babies.
You can't
As you
steal
do.
people's children.
Cersei, she's just gonna drown in the river, and she'll just be another body, you know.
There's be another body in the Ren Haven. How many have been thrown in there at this point? What's one more?
Exactly. Caleb gets to be a little boy again.
A little boy in a grown man's body.
He's gonna be so terrified if he sees her do that. Like, he's like, what will I do with my life now?
That's like, this is for your own good. You could dunk her in the river.
Hold her down an extra 5 minutes after the bubbles stop.
I have
He's
to
gonna
make
be
sure.
like trying to pull her off, and like, you can't do that.
Like, I have to make sure. But thank you, everyone. It was great being back. And unless anybody has anything they want to shout out or say real quick at the end.
Come back next weekend.
Yeah.
Well
said.
Next weekend for multiple fights,
Yes,
not just the one in the ring, but multiple
yes,
ringside fights.
Yes, violence will be had.
Yes, violence will be had.
So, we'll see you next week then. So, good night, everybody.
Everyone.
Bye bye.